evening, everyone, and welcome to Inside Sports. I'm Jeff Michaels, and Todd Long has changed his looks. Not for the better either. We got Todd's not here tonight, as you can well see.
And I thought I was coming on here to add beauty to the show for a change.
Oh my God!
I mean, you know.
Oh, please, Lord. Like this is Project Runway or something. Are you kidding me? Ralph DeLatte Jr. joining us tonight from the Riverside Barbershop and the Shout Out and East Ascension and all that other good stuff, man. Great. Good to have you here, buddy.
Glad you had me.
I had to, you know what, I asked everybody else first.
I know. I'm always the last resort.
I didn't want to bug you. And then somebody by the name of James LeBlanc did you talk to Ralph? And I said, no, I try not to, but that's just the way it is.
But I got permission from my wife.
Oh, see, that's good.
So it's
see,
all good.
I don't like to do that. I don't like to get the wives mad.
Yeah, I know.
You get the wife mad, that's it. You can't do nothing anymore. Can't even go out the fit. You can't go down to the, well, we won't talk about that. Anyway, so how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. It's been a good time. We hadn't really spoken since our last radio show.
No, the Buzz at the Barbershop, man. We haven't even been able to do that. We haven't talked any baseball. We haven't talked anything.
You know, I've been so caught up now. My son is in coach's pitch, and we got the season started. We've been practicing, and it's been pretty chaotic. Myself been coaching youth baseball for a long time, and coaching 11 and 12 and 13, 14-year-old boys. Now moving down to 7 and 8-year-old kids. It's a whole new challenge for me,
yeah,
you know?
it is, yeah.
And it's been
They're all
time
ADD.
consuming.
All of them at that age, they're all ADD. I don't care what anybody says. I got a 5-year-old. That's it, you know. That's it. But
but other than that, I mean, everything's been great.
And just let folks know, Todd will be back. Don't worry, Todd will be back. Yeah. We ain't keeping this with us the whole time. No, but Todd will be back. His wife and himself are out in Houston, getting some things taken care of, and we wish them all the best out there. So, but anyway, it's good to have you here, brother. I was going through my Rolodex on my phone, and it kept on coming up Ralph, and I'm like, no, Bob, no, he's Ralph. God, I gotta call Ralph. Okay.
You know, and I don't understand, but I'll be the cleanup guy. You know, I'll be the pinch hitter.
You are.
You know, I don't mind doing that.
You do a good job, buddy.
It's not too bad.
And Todd, you probably know about as much sports as Todd does.
I think I know a little bit more.
You're probably right. I was trying to get to the point there where to say Todd and sports just aren't two things. Rodeo and Todd?
Rodeo and Todd, you know, I'm a little bit beyond rodeo, so yeah, we're okay. We'll manage.
But, you know, you were talking to me, and that's funny. You're talking about you never played football.
Well, I played in middle school.
You played middle school? Okay, let's say high school. Never played high school?
I played high school football.
Never played high school sports?
No.
You wore the Spartan uniform, though?
I wore the skirt.
You wore the Ralph in a skirt.
It takes a real man to admit that, guys.
I'm going to make a bet with you sometime on a football game, and you have to wear the Spartan skirt at your barbershop for like on a Saturday or up there.
You know what? Let me put it to you like this. There is nothing on the face of this earth could make me be embarrassed of doing that.
Yeah, really?
I would do that.
Right there?
Right there.
True Spartan.
True Spartan. True and blue.
We have to see if James would do the gator suit.
The gecko suit.
The gecko. Oh, it's a gecko.
Well, that's what it looks like. You know, I try to tell them that all the time.
Gecko.
They say, how do you fear a man in a skirt? Well, it's a lot easier to fear a man in a skirt than a Geico gecko. You know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can see it. They changed the logo. The new logo looks nice.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
You can say, oh, true EA guy.
You know, the Spartan logo looks a little bit better. You know,
I like
we
the
have
Spartan.
a new one.
The Spartans.
And it's really classy. And look, don't get me wrong, I am a Santa Monica fan. I married a Santa Monica woman. What I think they went through is...
I know, the whole thing, she likes her grass cut, that's why she moved to EA.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with that logo issue, it's still mind-boggling to me because East Ascension went through that quite a few years back with San Jose State. And it's not, to me, I would be honored to have a high school use my collegiate logo. That means those kids, I mean, they want to be Gators, okay? Well, all those kids know growing up is that logo that the Florida Gators have.
Right.
That was Santa Monica's logo, and now it's different. And it takes a piece of you away.
Yeah.
I hated giving up the San Jose State logo. I loved it. I thought it was a cool one. Of I don't agree with all that.
Yeah, I don't.
But it is what it is, and you know, I don't like lawsuits and all that good
Like,
stuff.
who's gonna mess up? Who's gonna mess up the difference between Santa Maria Gators
right? I mean,
and the Florida Gators? I mean, who's gonna mess that up?
Yeah, nobody. But
Yeah.
you know, it was 30+ schools over the country using that logo.
Right.
High schools, if not more. But that's the ones they targeted.
I'm waiting for the time that the little league kids that got the Phillies or
Right,
the Yankees and all that
right,
stuff come and
right.
say, "Hey, can't wear that."
Absolutely.
What's the difference? I
I
too
don't
political
understand.
anymore.
Yeah,
It's
it
too.
is.
It's too.
It is.
It's
They're
too
taking the
political.
fun out of sports.
They do. I mean, it's about the kids first.
It's turning into a business now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know?
College football for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's big dollars.
Turn it into a business.
Big
It's
dollars.
It's unbelievable. Well, we got some great people coming on the
Yes.
show tonight. We got first of all, we got the brand new head coach over there at Ascension Christian coming on there. Josh, how do you say his last name?
Per year.
Per year. There you go. Per year. That's right. I get paid per year. So Josh is going to be joining us after a little bit. He's taking over Brett Hughes' job that was over there, but Brett's still over there, basketball coach and stuff like that. Girls basketball coach, doing a great job. Just great. Brett was sort of filling in, taking
Right.
all kinds of different jobs and positions. But you're going to get a chance to meet Josh tonight. Also, we have a young gentleman named Chase who bowled the very first 300 game here at Premier Bowling Lanes, where we are tonight, by the way. And we're going to have a chance to talk to him. And tonight, while we're here, he bowled 6 in a row and then just blew it after that. He tried. So anyway, ended up with a 206. So he's a good bowler. We're going to get a chance to talk to him as well. And we're going to bat around the breeze about some of the things that are going on in baseball. East Ascension, Santa Maria, Dutchtown, and all that stuff. We'll talk, good things about LSU baseball as well, and all kinds of other stuff. And we'll talk a little bit about, we didn't get to talk about this last week, the Les Miles dance. Your buddy got the dance. Looked like the gopher from Caddyshack when he danced. I tell everybody that he did. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a little bit too.
He dances a lot like he coaches. I'm sorry.
Oh, please. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez, Lord. You know what? I would go to Las Vegas if the money was out there. Nick Saban doing that dance. I would love to see Nick Saban do that dance.
You know,
Do you think they'll do it bigger and better? You think Nick will say, it's eating at Nick? You think the kids will go, you know what, LSU did it, LSU did it?
You know, no. I mean, Nick is, no.
No. Ain't gonna happen.
No.
Classier guy.
Well, I'm not gonna say classier, but he's on that straight line. He's not doing it. He's not doing it.
I don't know, maybe.
But it does take somebody that eat a blade of grass every now and then.
Maybe some
to do a dance like that.
crawfish etouffee and a couple wine coolers. Maybe we can get Nick going.
can do it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Gang, we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about tonight, so make sure you stay right here. It's Jeff Michaels and Ralph Delight Jr. right here on Inside Sports on ETEL Channel 4. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Pet Planet USA, Highway 44 in Gonzales is the place to go for the largest selection of reptiles. Make sure to check out our tropical bird room with many to choose from. And exotic animals like hedgehogs and possum, saltwater and tropical fish from every corner of the world. Full selection of underwater plants for saltwater and freshwater. They have the largest selection of pet supplies and pet products of all kinds, plus a full-service pet salon as well. Pet Planet USA, Highway 44 in Gonzales. Malco Entertainment presents the all-new Premier Lanes Entertainment Center in Gonzales, Louisiana. With AMF AccuScore and 26 lanes, plus the Ascension Room for private bowling events. Visit the Sports Lounge and Ball Wall Cafe for food and drink. Then hit up Action Alley, the largest entertainment center in the area with over 70 top-end games, plus a laser maze and bumper cars too. Have your next birthday party here and focus on fun at Premier Lanes Entertainment Center in Gonzales. Have you been talking since the holidays about remodeling that kitchen? How about adding on an extra family room? Well, give the folks at BH Building Services a call. Brian B. Hess, Home Improvement Contractor. Give him a call at 225-341-9332. Fully licensed, bonded, and insured. BH Building Services. We'll make your dreams come true. You just buy a new car, boat, or trailer? We'll make life easier. Go to LeBlanc's Auto Title Company and Notary, 116 East Cornerview Street in Gonzales. on-site license plates, and registration renewals. That's LeBlanc's Auto Title Company and Notary. We make life easier for you. 116 East Cornerview Street in Gonzales. Give them a call at 225-644-4591.
Hi, this is Todd Long here to tell you about Leday's Auto Sales, the leading pre-owned automobile dealership in Ascension Parish with 2 locations to serve you, South Burnside and on Airline Highway in Gonzales. Scott Leday and his sales staff invite you to stop in. Haven't been in business since 1997. Don't worry about bad credit, no credit, other dealers telling you to forget it. Come to Leday's Auto Sales, the home of Randy, Do Things, Delonaville, and we can help you. Leday's has rates as low as 2.4% with warranties on everything. Leday's Auto Sales is a hometown dealership where we call you by name and treat you like family, with over 200 vehicles to choose from and some that get 35 miles per gallon or better. Plus trucks of all sizes, half tons and diesels. Leday's not only sells cars, but we buy cars from individuals as well. So call Ledette's Autos Burnside 644-AUTO or Ledette's on Airline 647-AUTO. Stop in or visit the website LedaysAutos.com. Leday's makes car buying easy like it should be, working with dozens of banks and credit unions, rates as low as 2.4%. Remember, however you say Ledette's or Leday's, you get a good deal either way.
The Louisiana Equine Report is the voice of Louisiana's horses, bringing horsemen and horsemen together across the state. In every issue, you will find the latest events, news, and inspiring stories about horsemen and women in Louisiana. Not only is the Louisiana Equine Report the best horse magazine in the state, it's free for the taking. Pick one up at your favorite feed store, vet clinic, or tack store today. The Louisiana Equine Report is your place for all horsemen to share ideas, find each other, and promote their businesses to and for the horse industry. So saddle up, Louisiana, and get your copy today.
Welcome back, everybody. Jeff Michaels, Inside Sports. We're here at Premier Bowling Lanes, and Todd Long's not here, as you can see. I couldn't find anybody to do the gig, so last but not least on my list, Ralph DeLatte Jr. Thanks, Ralphie, man. I appreciate you being here.
Not a problem. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, look at, guy has a barbershop. Can you tell? You can tell.
Where else are you going to get a polished job?
Well,
like
I don't know.
Look at
you know what? Look at me. I had a perm. Look at this. I had a perm. You know, I'd always tell that joke, Ralph. Every time I go into Ralph's place, I tell him, I said, do me a favor. I want you to cut crooked on the front, right?
Right.
I want you to cut around one ear and leave the other ear go. Yep. And in the back, I want you to do a zigzag. And then I remember Ralph asking me, he says to me, why do you want it that way? I said, I was straight enough from the last time you messed it up, you know? That was pretty good. Joining us today is this guy right here, the all-new, brand-new head football coach of the Ascension Christian Lions. It's a pleasure to have you here today, Josh Puryear.
That's correct. Thanks for having me, man. I'm excited.
No, man, it's great. We had you on the radio this week, and then now we got you on the TV.
Yeah.
And Brett wants his 15 cents, I guess he's got coming to him.
He's waiting for it in the mail, man.
Yeah, well, he'll be waiting a long time. But anyway, this is going to be a great season. First of all, I think it's going to be a great season of football altogether. You know, talking to Benny Sayet now, we're going to, just like I asked you on the radio, before I get to Benny Sayet, which I always talk about Benny Sayet, because he's big and ugly. You know, let's face it, he's a big, ugly guy. But you played for him earlier on in the season, earlier on in your career. Yeah. You went to school over there at Dutchtown, and now you're the head coach over there. What was it like starting out for you, and how did you get involved with Ascension Christian?
Well, I mean, I originally, like you said, started playing at Dutchtown High School. That's where I started at. And it's kind of funny because I was part of the Dutchtown when we kind of beginning, you know, building. Right. And it kind of the same thing with Ascension Christian. You know, so I'm able to take some of the things that I learned as a player at Dutchtown and kind of use it at Ascension Christian. I got started 4.5 years ago over there. I was going to college and my brother enrolled there, and so I started coaching, helping out with football, coaching defense, so just kind of learning how to coach, you know, different things with that. Right. And ever since then, you know, it's been good.
Well, and that's great. And I asked you this on the radio show. What was it like to play for Coach Benny Sayet? What was it like?
It was fun, man. It was enjoyable. But like I said, at that time we were get beat down a lot at Dutchtown. You know, we had some tough seasons, but now ECU is a little bit different. But I enjoy my experience with Hosea.
Yeah, and are you bringing what you learned from, or your learning experience everywhere, anywhere you go? I guess you got to bring it as a coach to whoever you're going to be coaching, right?
Right. And I'm kind of taking a little bit from what I learned from Dutchtown, as well as some of the coaches I've served under, like Coach Shelton, Coach Kenshin, and we had a Coach Holden over there. And so I'm just taking that and putting it together and using it as my own.
What position did you play over there?
I played safety.
Oh, you were safety?
Yes, played safety.
That's good. That's good. Ralph, what did you play? It's almost like having Todd's twin here, for God's sake. What did you play, Ralph?
I didn't.
You didn't play?
No.
A big guy like you didn't play football. You played
I
baseball.
didn't get big until after school.
Did you play
man.
baseball?
No.
You didn't play baseball either?
No, I played sports up until high school.
The cheerleader.
What?
No, hang on
Him and
now.
George Bush
Hang
were
on, hang on,
cheerleaders.
hang on. Now, I was the Spartan man.
See, he was. I knew it. I knew he had something to do with it.
I wore a skirt my senior year.
There you go.
You know what I got into? As much as I'm a sports guy, I love sports, and my competitive nature carried me into this, was we actually got into livestock. I actually showed lambs competitively, you know, and through high school. Traveled all over. Great experience for me and my family, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Yeah, no, I don't believe it. I mean, that's big too. I mean, the 5th largest industry down in here in Louisiana, believe it or not, is horses and raising horses, equine. So, you know.
You can't tell by looking at this parish today, but wasn't very long ago this was an agricultural-based parish.
Right.
Not anymore though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's totally different now.
Yeah.
So you're coming on to a, you know, brand, well, you got to work with the team anyway. So it's not like you're just drug into it, sort of like Brett was. You know, he was brought in over here to Ascension Christian, and, you know, Brett Shelton, he'd say, well, I'm from here and I come here and now I'm handed this. This is what happened. So you're not, it wasn't like you're blindsided. You know what's going on. You know what you got to do with your team. What are some of the things from last year that you see that you want to do, that you said, man, these are one of the things I'm going to change with this team?
We definitely want to get more numbers. You know, we're trying to work to get more numbers this year. Last year, I think we had around 18, 21 guys. We want to get more, just because playing full quarters is tough, and especially a whole season with our tough district. So we definitely want to get more numbers out there. Definitely trying to want to add a little bit more size this summer. We're working out, and as well as do some new things on offense and defense as well. So.
Right. So, like last year, we were calling a game. I know we were talking about this, I think, on the 5th quarter show. We were calling a game. The offense was the special teams, and then they were the, you know, they were a little bit of everything. So that's going to change a little bit, give some of your guys breaks, right?
Yeah, we want to. By adding some more numbers, we want to be able to do that. You know, give guys a little break. You know, 30-second break, a minute break could mean everything in a game for us.
What do you think is harder, having a group like you got, a smaller group, or having a bigger group and the numbers are in the 70s and 80s with kids?
That's tough to say. I've never experienced that. It is tough dealing with 20-some guys, because the hardest thing we find is to practice against. You know, if you got 18 guys, you don't have a full, you know, practice squad to go against in practice, and so you really look for the game as your practice most of the times, you know. And so that's the only time you get to go against another 11.
Yeah.
So
you guys are also looking for other coaches too, right? Or you have your coaching staff all set?
We got a coaching staff. We might have 1 or 2 here and there, but so far we're good.
There you go, Ralph.
Hey, no.
Something else for you to do.
Well,
You and James
Get the
LeBlanc.
line mascot, man.
Yeah, you could be in that.
Hey,
Yeah,
I could.
There you go. You could be a lion. I heard him roar once or twice over there at the barbershop. You're not paying who?
I got a question. And you talking numbers, and we all know, watching y'all grow, the numbers are increasing little by little each year, okay? Are you still going to go out and challenge those 2A and 3A schools like they done the last couple of years? Or are you going to try to stick with those 1A schools and build some confidence amongst your team instead of taking those guys, that group of 18 football players, into a 3A school and getting beat down pretty hard? That doesn't build confidence. So are you going to try to steer away from those bigger schools and stick with the 1A? Or are you still just wanting to go after those bigger guys?
Well, right now we're going to stay with our 1A teams that we got. We got some teams that kind of fit our school, that deal with numbers. Give us a better chance just just to build some confidence early on in the season. That when we go in the district, we got some confidence and wins under our belt to help us out. Now, the teams that we schedule are still pretty tough, you know, but it's something that we can actually play and compete with. And so,
well, y'all don't have a cakewalk of a district either.
No, not at all.
So I mean,
yeah,
you know, you take that district and then you tack on a 3A school in there.
It's tough.
Yeah,
it
you go
takes
from
its toll.
18 to 11 football players. Easy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you look at West St. John's in our district. Every year they're competing for the state. You know, White Castle. So it's a tough district. Yeah.
Well, any advice you have for your guys coming in, signing up, wanting to be? You got maybe a Ascension Christian guy watching the show right now saying, you know what, I thought about playing football. Maybe I should. Maybe I play with this guy. Maybe I better. Any suggestions for them? Guys that are thinking about it?
Yeah, we're just looking forward to build on this season, you know, to get some wins, and we want to start having some momentum carrying on and building a program, you know, building a program to last and to build character in these kids. I'm really looking forward to this year. It's going to be a fun year.
I know last year, Todd and Sharky, the saber-tooth blue, I got to call that game over there.
Out of the deer stand.
Out of the deer stand. Sharky jumped up, hit his head, and fell on the floor. And the people downstairs, hey, keep the noise down. It's a football game. So, yeah, up in the deer stand. I'll never forget it. And a kid named Menu ran in for the first touchdown of the season, I believe it was. Yeah. And it was great. It was exciting for everybody. They were jumping up and down, going crazy. But
no, has he graduated? Is he moving on?
Yeah, he's a senior. He's graduated. Yeah, we're gonna miss him a lot. He was a good kid.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, good luck this season, and man, I'll tell you what, we're going to be calling some of your games on KKY. We're going to come over there and get as much game foot. See, what I want to do, Ralph, is I want to go over, and I want to go to some of the teams that he's playing and say, oh yeah, I'm with Bob's entertainment service. I just want to film your guys. Take all their tape and bring it over to these guys.
I like it, man.
You know, watch and see where they're going.
Hey, I like it, man.
We can work on.
We can do something like that.
No doubt.
We can get Menu to help us out. That's what we can do.
Absolutely.
He can run a touchdown. He can run with a camera. That's what we'll do. Well, good luck, brother.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming tonight. Gang, we got some more Inside Sports with Jeff Michaels and Ralph DeLatte. I'm almost said Todd Long.
Yeah.
Todd's done. He's at Ralph's in. That's it. You got a football question.
Todd's out.
Yeah, Todd's done. Hey, we'll be back with more right here on ETEL Channel 4 right after this. Don't go away.
Malco Entertainment presents the all-new Premier Lanes Entertainment Center in Gonzales, Louisiana. With AMF AccuScore and 26 lanes, plus the Ascension Room for private bowling events. Visit the Sports Lounge and Ball Wall Cafe for food and drink. Then hit up Action Alley, the largest entertainment center in the area with over 70 top-end games, plus a laser maze and bumper cars too. Have your next birthday party here and focus on fun at Premier Lanes Entertainment Center in Gonzales.
Hey baby, did the Wolfman talking to you about Tiger Audio. Does your car stereo sound like this? We'll go to my brothers at Tiger Audio and make it sound like this, baby. Tiger Audio got 2 locations, baby. One in Gonzales on Airline Highway and one in Homer for your convenience. In Gonzales, give them a call at 225-644-3226. And in Homer, 985-853-2121. If you can get it to roll, we can get it to rock. That's Tiger Audio, your audio experts. And tell them the Wolfman sent you.
The folks at Hutch's Hardware in Gonzales want to wish all the best to Touchdown in their 2012-2013 season. Hutch's Hardware carries Aaron's, Clark & Kensington Paint, Gravely, Still, and Weber products. Make sure to stop by Hutch's Ace Hardware, serving Ascension Parish for over 30 years. 38011 Highway 621 in Gonzales. Call them at 225-673-6276. Hutch's Ace Hardware.
Welcome back, everybody. Inside Sports. Jeff Michaels and Ralph DeLatte Jr. here at Premier Bowling Center here in Gonzales. Well, we just had a chance to talk to a new coach. Yes. We talk about this a lot. Every school is coached different ways, but it's got to be hard to take the same 25 kids or 30 kids and use them over and over and over again. I mean, what do you do if 5, 6 years, just 5, or your kids get hurt? You know, in the smaller 1A schools like that.
Right.
You know, now they have an easier schedule.
No doubt.
No doubt they definitely have an easier schedule. But what do you do with a smaller school like that?
Well,
It's got to be hard to coach.
The hard part, and he touched on this a little bit, is practice time. I mean, how do you physically line up and get a solid practice out of 20, 25 kids when, you know, you can't put a solid offense and defense on the field and practice against each other like the Santa Ma's and EAs and Dutchtowns do.
Right.
I mean, those schools got 70, 80 kids per team out there. They got, you know, JV that they can practice against and other things. These guys don't do that.
Right.
It's a struggle for him.
Yep.
And I tell you what, talking to him, he's real energetic.
Oh yeah, very.
He's real positive and upbeat.
Sure is.
And one thing he said to me that really stuck was, it's not about winning and losing right now. It's about teaching the kids the game.
Right.
The game of football.
Right.
And like we were talking about the business side of sports, he wants to get back to the basics.
Right.
And I think he's on the correct path right now.
Yeah, I think he is too. Yeah, and talking to him on the phone, and just the energy there.
Right.
Like you say, to be you got to be energetic to be a coach.
Absolutely.
You can't be well. I don't know. It ain't you know. You got to be energetic. You got to have some poise. You got to have a little bit of class. You got to have a little bit somebody to look up to. Right. I mean, you know, and yeah, essentially Christian has had it rough. The past couple of years with everything, and as a matter of fact, last year there were rumors going around there was not even going to be a team.
Right.
So, and you hate to see that.
Absolutely.
You go, what do you do about those kids? You know.
You hate to see them take the team away. And look, I am for them 100%. I love what they're doing over there. My sister lives next door to the school.
Right.
I've watched football games from their front door through the woods, you know?
Right.
So I'm a fan of what they're trying to do over there, but how do you keep those kids, when you're only bringing out 20 kids a year, and you're playing a 2A and a 3A school, you're playing up in class, how do you keep those kids encouraged when you see them getting carted off the field because they're getting banged up and beat up?
Right.
It's hard to keep that afloat. Like I said, though, with the positive energy that he has, I hope Josh does a heck of a job, and I think he can do it for him.
Yeah, I think he can too. He's been, like he said, he's been there a couple of years. He's trying to make it happen. And you folks can make a little bit of help out there as well, because there's certain things that they need.
Absolutely.
Out there. Help with the field, that's one. They need some nets. We got to try to get some nets for the field goals and stuff like that. We'd really like to get some help there. I know there's a couple businesses out there that can help with some poles or whatever. If you can, give me a call at 225-313-5350, 225-313-5350. I always go like this. It's right here.
Right.
There it is.
Are you going to put that on there?
That's right there. I'm going to put it right there.
You're going to put it?
I'm going to put it right there.
So it's there. Like,
it's there, right there. Look at that.
Right there?
You see it right there?
I like that.
It's glowing, but it's backwards, sort of. Okay, it's there. Also, you can email me at jeffmichael65@hotmail.com. We'll make sure that we get the message out there to them. We sure like your help to get all the schools equally in Ascension Parish to be taken care of. You know, we're always talking about the Dutchtowns, the Santa Ma's, the EAs, the Ascension Catholics, and Donaldsonville and stuff like that. But Christian is one of those that are taking the steps to get up there. And we do it for any school. You know what you do for East Ascension. James does for Santa Ma. You know, I know what, the crew over there, the quarterback club at Dutchtown, what they do for that team and just athletics in general. And they're good kids.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
Win or lose, doesn't matter. They're athletes. They will play till their dying days, baby.
Well, and let me tell you, and you know, we laugh and joke all the time about, you know, where my heart lies. I'm a Spartan. I'm an Ascension Parish fan.
That's right.
Okay.
So am I.
I don't care what team it is. If East Ascension doesn't make the playoffs, I go and watch the Santa Ma's, the Dutchtowns, whoever it may be, in whatever sport, because I'm an Ascension Parish fan. Same thing with these guys, and we had talked about this with Josh. They have no alumni, okay? So it's going to be harder for them to get people to come out. And so, you know, I thank you for putting this number up here.
There it is again.
How you like that?
There it is. You like that?
I like this
there
number
it is again.
up here to call us.
Yep.
So maybe we can get them some help.
Yep.
Because it's just, you know, they're still taking those baby steps. It's trying to get off the ground. And they need help.
You know how hard it is to put something together. Just an event like the Shout Out, like you and James did. You know how hard it is. Yeah. Imagine what it's like to put together a team, a whole school athletic department. It's tough.
I mean, what we do is a 4-month process.
Right.
Okay. This is a year-long process.
Yeah. It don't stop.
It don't
when
stop.
school stops,
I wouldn't know where to go there.
Yeah.
You know, I would be looking for people to help me as well. Once again, and that's where these people come in, and just because you're not an alum from that school, you know, doesn't mean that you can't reach out and help that school.
Right.
They're our school. They're our parish school.
Yeah.
You know, so I support them 100% and do what I can do for them.
Hey, I know you're not a big fan of
Les Miles.
Les Miles.
Okay.
Yeah, Les Miles. That's where I was going. I was trying not to. I wanted you to say it. You know.
I'm a huge fan of LSU Tigers.
Yes.
Huge fan.
But you're not a fan of Les Miles.
No, sir.
Okay. Well, anyway, I got something for you. We're going to watch it right now. Les Miles this past week did a little dancing, and so did some of the football team. They came up with their own creative thing, but I was a little surprised to see this. Check this out.
Con los terroristas.
Harlem Shake.
There you go, a little dancing. I mean, doesn't that look like the gopher from Caddyshack? You know, that little, hey. Yeah. Right in my, hey.
Yeah, well, we need Bill Murray with like a shovel to chop the head.
No, you can't do that.
What, I mean.
Oh, my God. But anyway, I thought it was pretty cool, you know?
It was, I'm sure it was uplifting for the team to see their coach out there.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to tell you, I tell this to people all the time. They always ask me, because like we were talking about earlier, no, I didn't play high school sports, okay? Now, I played sports up until high school. I wasn't very good. I got to sit on the bench, and I played for some pretty good coaches in our parish, okay? So I got to learn the game of baseball from sitting there and watching. So, and I really do believe, you know, it's taught me a lot. And, you know, I took a team a few years back in Dixie Youth. We went to a state championship. First state championship that Gonzales had played for in 20 years. And I took a team there. Now, we didn't win. We lost a one-run game to keep us going to the World Series that year. But like Les Miles just did, sometimes I found myself being a cheerleader, okay, instead of a coach. And I think that's what made me, or helps me be successful in coaching these young guys. I'm the first one to high five.
Right.
I'm the first one to pick them up and spin around. I'm the first one to turn my hat sideways and do a little jig or whatever we're gonna do. And it gets my team going, and so I understand the dance, but I still don't like the man.
Okay, what if he was wearing a Spartan skirt?
Still don't like him.
Still like him, huh?
Yeah, I just can't.
Guilty.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
I don't know.
Anyway, well, LSU baseball doing great as well.
Yes, they
this
are.
year. They are
Yes,
really
they are.
doing. You know, I was out there at the Bayou Bash, and I got to talk to Paul Maneri for a little bit. We were standing out there. Then we got him on the radio. First of all, I want to tell you what a pleasure it is to talk to that guy, number one. And we had him on the radio show last year on a College Rewind show. And then to be able to stand there with tons of people around there, I said, hey, Paul, it's Chef Michaels, I talked to you NFL. And just to walk through that group, to come up to you and grab your arm and say, hey, anytime you need something, you let me know.
Right.
Well, I said, like you do a radio interview now. Yeah, let's go.
Come on.
Just like, let's go. And did it like that. And I didn't do the interview that I brought him over to the state. They were doing, Chad Blumen did the interview. So, what a great guy. Just Paul Maneri, great guy. Great team this year. You got that freshman we were just talking about.
Unbelievable.
Man.
This kid is unbelievable.
And Katz is doing
great. He's ripping the cover off the ball. And I'm drawing a blank on the third baseman's name, transfer in, junior college transfer. He's phenomenal. That whole left side of the infield is solid. You know, it is solid. And, you know, LSU is on a tear. I think we could take it all this year.
Yeah,
I really do.
I do too. Yeah, they're just doing a phenomenal job. And like I said, the coaching over there is unbelievable.
Yes.
I mean, Paul Mainieri just got that team on a bang. I mean, just exploding. They really, really are. And I'm looking for. I would love to see it, like you said, a national championship this year. I really would love to see that. That would be really, really good.
I mean, look, we were so dominating just a couple years ago, and we hadn't fallen off too far. You know, LSU's always been there the last few years, knocking on the door.
Right.
I think this is a team that can go back and go get them one more time. Now, you know, and one thing is we got to get a little better with pitching. You know, we got to lock down a solid rotation, but I think, you know, that's going to happen. It's still early,
right?
You know, it's still early in the baseball season.
Yeah.
So, but you know, but if you look at the rankings, there's so many SEC teams stockpiled in the top 20.
Right.
You know, and so we're about to go down that road, and if we can pull 2 out of the 3 from each one of those, right, there's no stopping us in the end.
It's looking good for LSU. Also, I know it's Tuesday night. We're here Tuesday night.
Right.
LSU ladies basketball playing Penn State tonight. I can't tell you what the score is yet. You're going to have to listen to KKY 1590 AM, and we'll give you all the updates and everything of what's going on there. But, man, another great year for LSU ladies basketball.
Yeah.
The coach comes in there, second-year coach.
Yeah.
Just doing great.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive.
And you can also listen to a couple of her interviews, which we have on KKY 1590 AM. Sports First in the Morning with Harry and Travis Horn. Make sure you check that out. Anything else before we take a little break?
Well, you know, I'm not a big gymnastics guy.
Yeah.
Okay, but then our Lady Tigers in gymnastics, they rank number 2 now, going into the, I guess it's regional event.
Yeah, I think it is regional right now, yeah.
That's another big plus for the Tigers. I mean, we're just on a tear.
We are talented. We're talented here in Louisiana, I'm telling you.
That's it.
To all you people watching in other states, we're talented. We dare you. No, I'm only kidding. Somebody will come up and say, I take, some big Russian guy will come up, I take you in weightlifting. No, thanks, I forget that.
How many states does this air to?
How many states?
Yeah.
Every single buddy in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go on the website, you can watch it anytime you want.
Good.
Isn't that something?
See, this is my first night with the television show.
It is, really. Yeah, you're learning.
Yeah.
But through all of South Louisiana on ETEL Channel 4, a good portion of it. Also on the internet, it'll run for a whole week when it comes out Thursday. Good. It'll come on Thursday night on www.InsideLASports, which is Thursday night tonight. It'll run all week, and you can watch it anytime you want on the, you know, hey, did you see that guy? You never miss it. It's not like it's on one time.
Because you know this is going to pull like higher ratings and just having me here tonight instead of Todd. Todd might not come back, guys. You know.
Okay, we'll take a short little break. We'll be back right after this on ETEL Channel 4. Inside Sports from Premier Bowling Lanes. We'll be back. I might be by myself.
Get ready, Louisiana, for a new breed of competition. It's the Pro Rustock Battle in the Bayou. Saturday, April 13th at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center in Gonzales. It's bareback, saddlebrock, and bull riding. The world's top riders and toughest livestock battle for supremacy in the country's hottest new extreme sports competition. Tickets are as low as $8 for kids. Get them at PRStickets.com or 888-695-0888. Add some horsepower to your weekend. The Pro Rustock Battle in the Bayou, April 13th at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center in Gonzales.
The Louisiana Equine Report is the voice of Louisiana's horses, bringing horsemen and horsemen together across the state. In every issue, you will find the latest events, news, and inspiring stories about horsemen and women in Louisiana. Not only is the Louisiana Equine Report the best horse magazine in the state, it's free for the taking. Pick one up at your favorite feed store, vet clinic, or tack store today. The Louisiana Equine Report is your place for all horsemen to share ideas, find each other, and promote their businesses to and for the horse industry. So saddle up, Louisiana, and get your copy today.
Welcome back, everybody. Inside Sports, Jeff Michaels and Ralph DeLatte Jr. We are here at Premier Bowling Center here in Gonzales, the all brand new Premier Bowling Center. And this gentleman joining us right here was the first person in this building to bowl a 300 game what, about 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago
Tuesday
tonight,
night.
actually, right? 2 weeks ago.
Tuesday night.
2 weeks ago tonight. Chase Roper. Good to have you here, buddy.
Good to be here.
Man, it's you know
Nice
what?
to meet
It's
you.
not very often. Now, I've been in I used to run a bowling center in Pennsylvania. Used to have a lot of fun. Bowl with Mark Roth and Pete Weber and all those guys up there, all up north. And as a matter of fact, Charlene, who's a part of this place, does all the advertising and stuff like that. She had a bowling center up there too. And we know each other 30 years ago. I haven't seen her for almost 30 years. And then all of a sudden I find out she's running this place. And then your friend, back over there behind the stand, she said, oh yeah, my friend bowled a 300 game. I said, well, let's get him on the show. And then she texted you, I think, that night, and you said...
I got a message on Facebook.
Yeah, and that's right. I saw it on Facebook. So anyway, congratulations, buddy. You don't know how hard it is to throw a 300. Ralph, do you know how hard it is to throw a 300?
You know, be honest with you.
Just because you got a bowling ball head like
Yeah,
me, you know.
look,
Get your own ball and shoes?
No, I don't know. I don't know much about bowling. I could probably take you on Wii bowling, okay?
You probably dominated me on that.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as bowling goes, I mean, maybe 2 or 3 times in my life I've bowled, you know? So, I mean, what does it take to get to that point? I mean, they tell me it's prestigious. Apparently it is, because you wouldn't be here if it wasn't. Okay? So what does it take?
We put anybody on the show, though.
Yeah,
but
my question is this. Are you the typical, you look college age, right?
Right.
Okay. So you and a bunch of frat buddies over here having a couple beers and you just throw a 300 game?
I mean, that's where it started.
Okay.
That's it, yeah.
It started with that, and then I got a ball, I got shoes, and then I had a stepdad bowl, and from there I learned how to bowl.
Yeah.
And then it just expanded on that, learn about balls, learn about technology, and then from there, it's practice, man.
Yeah.
There's so much to learn. The shoes, I mean, I had
technology.
Technology.
Break this down for me.
Okay.
Because I'm not the only one. We got people watching here that,
I mean,
that don't
shoes.
know.
You would think, well, a normal pair of shoes, the house shoes you got about 15 bucks.
That's right. Lynn's.
Shoes have different pads on it to slide.
That's right.
And then, so, an average pair of Dexter shoes, don't ring about $100.
Right, $100.
That's bowling, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
my Lynn's I paid more. Back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, $165 I paid for my Lynn's. I love them though.
These days.
Oh, Lynn's, $200, $300
Easy.
for a pair of Lynn's. Yeah, all leather, never break down. Oh my God! And
you know, when I was in high school, I got a pair from Don Carter's. It had the DC on it, the Don Carter's.
Clown shoes?
Yeah, I wore them to school sometimes, you know?
I did. I mean, back. You see girls, they're wearing them, and I'm like, hey, you forgot to
Girl,
return.
wait,
No, not you.
Well, it's nice how over here, all the shoes here actually look like bowling shoes. They're white, and they match with other people's shoes.
That's
you know?
right. You're right. You try to go to white and black, but and the reason they used to do that, do the different colors, so you wouldn't walk out with them. But now they're like in trend and style. And now it's like, oh, I love these. These are great. But they all, so depending on where you get, they're comfortable.
Yeah.
Then when he was saying about technology, the ball, every ball, not every ball is the same. You have hard plastic balls, soft plastic balls. You have urethane balls, synthetic balls. You have a different kind for the different conditions of the lane.
That's right.
And the other thing is, white dot is probably your hard plastic ball, which if the lanes are dry, it actually goes down the lane a little farther. Your yellow dot's a little softer plastic, and I used to have problems with my yellow dot. They'd hit the pins, we'd crush it, and it would chip all over the place because it was a softer plastic.
Right.
So that one would actually go and grab. Then your urethane ball, that's like your snow tire. You know, that thing will grab and take off. But the setup, the way it's drilled out, the weight inside the ball, the way it's...
Fingertips in it?
Yeah, everything. If you don't throw it that right spot every single time, you're going to do it. And this guy did it 12, 13 times.
Yeah, well, see, I got a guy...
Ended up being 14, I had to next to the next game.
Did you really?
Come on.
Okay.
Now do a split. The string was over after
The
that.
string was over. But 14 in a row.
That's impressive.
It is impressive. I mean, it is something else. Now, did they give you anything for bowling a 300?
I'm getting a ring. So, because the league was sanctioned, so I had to fill out paperwork, and I'll get a ring in about a month.
Now, are they still doing? I was telling him. Are they still doing it if you bowl 3 in a season? At they give you $1,000 or something like that?
I have no clue.
Yeah, I think it's still. It used to be.
I need to find out about that.
Yeah, well, bowl 2 more and let me know. I'll split it with you.
Well, 2 more, we'll be talking again.
Yeah, we'll talk again. But
What kind of ring we talking about? I mean, like a World Series championship ring, or?
I mean, it's probably valuable. I mean, $200 ring. I mean, you had the choice.
It's like a graduation ring, I think.
Right. It's about the same size, except it says 300 on the top. On the side, you can get your name and all that, but normally it's just a bowling pins, a bowling ball each side.
Right.
But if you wanted to, you could have paid, you know, $100, $200 and get a gold plate, whatever.
Right.
I just chose to get the free one.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'd go for the free one too, you know? Do it.
Hopefully I get a couple more.
Yeah, you do. Now, tonight you were bowling, man, you had what, 6 in a row tonight, right?
Second game, I started with the front 6.
You blew it, and then you blew it?
I blew it.
Get out of here. That's it. We're done with him.
Front 6, I caught a little trouble at the end.
Yeah, but it's tough. It really is tough to. It really. It's. I love the game. I love this game. Anything more than I've ever done, any sport that I played. I played football, I wrestled, I did all that stuff. I love the bowl because to me, it's 1 week you can come in there and you do great. The next week, what am I doing wrong? I think I'm doing the same thing I did last week, but I'm doing something to lane conditions change.
It's golf too.
Well, yeah, I love playing golf, but
that's a whole other story right there.
But I mean, it's the same thing.
Nobody's Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, bro, when you come in, when you bowl in 2 lanes and you cross bowl, both lanes are not always going to be the same.
Right, exactly.
That's what makes it tough. One shot on the left lane is going to be different on the right lane.
Right.
So, I mean, sometimes you got to throw 2 balls. I mean, your approach is different each frame, you know?
Yeah.
And then as 3 games go on, lanes break down. You got to change the equipment. That's why you have the equipment.
Right.
To be ready for the conditions that confront you.
And you have 3. You have 3 balls. You have
I got 3 with me right now.
3 with you? Yeah, you got more.
I got about a closet full at the house.
See?
Well, I noticed that when you were sacking up over there, you were putting balls here and here and here and here. I mean, you got all this big old bag, man.
I got that bag in it. It can hold 4.
Really? And you used all 3 of the ones you brought.
I used 3. I had one that sat in the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the one he had. He had one stashed away. That's
a special.
That's a just in case.
Just in case. That's what we call it. It's in the case.
Yeah.
It's just in the case. Just in case.
Gotcha. We do that with hunting.
Now, where are you from?
From Santa Mall, Louisiana.
Santa Mall.
Right here.
Santa Mall.
Santa Mall.
A few good things come out of Santa Mall. Highway 431. Take you right out of there.
Ralph's an EA guy. It's 431. Take you right out of there. Get out of here. That's good. 431 takes you out of it. Oh my God. But anyway, so you went to Santa Mall High School then?
I went to Santa Mall, and now I'm going to LSU. I'll be graduating in May.
Really? What are you doing over at LSU?
Construction management.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Now, did you play any sports over there?
No, I did not.
No. Did you play over at Santa Mall?
No, I did not.
Nothing. But you're a bowler.
I'm bowling now.
Bowling. That's it. Bowling 300.
The good thing about bowling is, I mean, once you're a lot of people when they leave high school, sports are over, you know.
Yeah.
So it gives you something competitive to do.
Right.
I mean, there's only so many things you can do. You play golf.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
You gotta have some patience to put that ball in the hole.
At what point did you decide I'm going to be a bowler?
I mean, I got my first ball, I say, when I was 15 years old. I mean, but it was more to hang out with my stepdad and all that. And then I started bowling, and then started bowling tournaments. And back then I had some handicap, you know.
Right.
Did good. I was like, well, I mean, I got addicted to it, you know. It was something I wanted to do. I mean, I'm in college. I mean, you need a hobby. You need to get by somehow. There's only so many things you do right now.
And they have bowling lanes at LSU, don't they? They did. Or do you want to call them
it's at the Union. I mean, that's been a 10-year project, so.
I bowled on those lanes too.
I've been promised. They've been promising us so many things over there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's coming. But I don't think the bowl lanes are accessible anymore.
Yeah. They got puddles on them.
I mean, I heard that too. I went there. I was like, "Where's the bowl lanes at?"
Yeah.
No more bowl lanes.
We bowled in bowling lanes during rainstorms where they had buckets on the lanes and we had to throw the balls around the bucket. Up in Jersey and that. Up in Jersey, the boys up there, you know, the ones with the ties and the suits and everything, you know, like the Bada Bing at the Soprano, they own bowling alleys up there. You know, I'm telling you, you get up there, hey, Joey, it's leaking in the roof. Put a bucket there, bowl around the bucket. That's the way we used to. And you learn, you know, you learn. It was great, it's a lot of fun. Well, is this something that you might want to do, like be more professional? I know you got to hold that 189 for 3 years, right?
Right.
To get to be pro.
Right.
And I came close to that in 2 years. I held the 189. Actually, this first year was 191 average that I held, and then I held a 190 the next year. And then the third year, I sort of girls got more involved when I was younger, so it started dropping down a little bit. But I bowled in a men's 540 league, and I loved it. I miss it. I'm glad they got the bowling alleys here, really. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are. And you still live down here in Sandoval?
Right.
So you get to come here a lot then.
Right. I mean, well, now I'm in school, I'm working.
Right.
So, I mean, hopefully when school's out, I mean, I can come here more than one night a week, you know?
You got a girlfriend?
Not right now.
No
girlfriend?
Bowling balls?
No.
No, that's good.
No girlfriend, but here's the thing. Any girls at home that's sitting here looking, okay? If you think he's cute,
there you go.
Okay, we're not gonna put your number here. We like doing this, but we're not gonna do that, okay? But I just want to tell everybody at home watching is he brings a fan club with him, okay? There's a fan club sitting over here. Do they always travel with you?
They're sitting over here.
In tournaments, they're always there.
They're always there.
All right,
so
always get some support.
All right, so do they know as fans, as bodyguards, as groupies, do they know if the girl is cute enough to let them through to come talk to you?
I hope.
Okay. If not, we're gonna put your phone number right here.
That's right.
Okay.
You call me up. We can put your phone number right there.
Yeah, we can do it for you.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We are. I don't know. We're like Channel 4 pimps or something.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like right now. But anyway, he don't need to worry about. They need to worry about school and bowling right now.
Yeah.
A month and a half.
Month and a half, man. You're not that far away.
Yeah.
How your grades? Your grades all right?
Good.
Good, man. You man's got a 300 game, no girlfriend, and he's graduating from LSU.
Yeah.
It's a dream.
It's unreal.
That's a dream. Me, I'm 50, 2 kids. I've got to work with this guy, and jeez, it's something else.
Come on, bro.
Oh man, it's rough. I'm telling you here, it's rough. I'm telling you. And anyway, well, don't go anywhere. Stay. We're going to wrap up the show with you, okay? We're at the bowling lanes today. We're going to wrap up the show with you. So hang on a second, gang. When we come back, we're going to tell you everything that's going on. And we got a comedy show coming up, all kinds of other stuff. We'll let you know in just a minute. Don't go away. Inside Sports with Jeff Michelson, Ralph Dillette Jr., and Chase Daniels, quarterback. Chase Roper. We'll be back in just a minute. Don't go away.
Get ready, Louisiana, for a new breed of competition. It's the Pro Rustock Battle in the Bayou, Saturday, April 13th at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center in Gonzales. It's bareback, saddlebrook, and bull riding. The world's top riders and toughest livestock battle for supremacy in the country's hottest new extreme sports competition. Tickets are as low as $8 for kids. Get them at PRStickets.com or 888-695-0888. Add some horsepower to your weekend. The Pro Rustock Battle in the Bayou, April 13th at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center in Gonzales.
Malco Entertainment presents the all-new Premier Lanes Entertainment Center in Gonzales, Louisiana. With AMF AccuScore and 26 lanes, plus the Ascension Room for private bowling events. Visit the Sports Lounge and Ball Wall Cafe for food and drink. Then hit up Action Alley, the largest entertainment center in the area with over 70 top-end games, plus a laser maze and bumper cars too. Have your next birthday party here and focus on fun at Premier Lanes Entertainment Center in Gonzales.
Hey baby, did the Wolfman talking to you about Tiger Audio. Does your car stereo sound like this? We'll go to my brothers at Tiger Audio and make it sound like this, baby. Tiger Audio got 2 locations, baby. One in Gonzales on Airline Highway, and one in Houma for your convenience. In Gonzales, give them a call at 225-644-3226. And in Houma, 985-853-2121. If you can get it to roll, we can get it to rock. That's Tiger Audio, your audio experts. And tell them the Wolfman sent you.
The folks at Hutch's Hardware in Gonzales want to wish all the best to Touchdown in their 2012-2013 season. Hutch's Hardware carries Aaron's, Clark & Kensington Paint, Gravely, Still, and Weber products. Make sure to stop by Hutch's Ace Hardware, serving Ascension Parish for over 30 years. 38011 Highway 621 in Gonzales. Call them at 225-673-6276. Hutch's Ace Hardware. Pet Planet USA, Highway 44 in Gonzales is the place to go for the largest selection of reptiles. Make sure to check out our tropical bird room with many to choose from. And exotic animals like hedgehog and possum, saltwater and tropical fish from every corner of the world. Full selection of underwater plants for saltwater and freshwater. They have the largest selection of pet supplies and pet products of all kinds, plus a full-service pet salon as well. Pet Planet USA, Highway 44 in Gonzales.
Welcome back, everybody. Inside Sports with Jeff Michaels and Ralph Dillette Jr. tonight, sitting in for the lovely and talented Todd Long, and also Chase Roper here, our 300 bowler here at the Premier Bowling Center in Gonzales. Getting ready to wrap things up. Ralph, man, by the way, you did a great job tonight, man.
Man, I'm just honored to know.
Todd Long who?
Well, yeah, but I'm just honored to know that I'm like 25th on the call list.
You are.
Okay? But who
You're
did
not
it?
26th.
But who did it?
Who did what?
Who came in and
I got a lot
up?
of editing to do.
Huh? I was a clean-up hitter. Got to meet an excellent guy, a great coach.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't know what you're missing. Every time I call you up, no.
No way, hang on.
Now let me tell you how the conversation went. Let me tell you how it started. You ready, Ralph?
All right, let's go.
You ready?
Yes.
I texted Ralph today.
Yes.
All right. I knew Todd wasn't going to be around. I asked James LeBlanc. He was busy. He's got 99 million things, you know.
Okay, but realize, Chase, he asked other people first.
Okay, let me keep going.
Yeah.
Let me keep going. I called 3 people that I didn't even know. Right? Then I went down and my phone kept on going to Ralph. And I said, so okay, I'm going to call Ralph to do this show. So I called Ralph. I texted Ralph. I said, what are you doing tonight? And this is what he said. Depends. All right? Depends. Depends. The man knows that I'm desperately in need of someone to help host the show. And Ralph goes, well, depends.
But Chase, you got to understand.
And you know when he said yes? No, I'm not done yet. Well, you know when he said yes? When I said I'll get him a meal. He goes, what time do you need?
I did. I go,
he goes, what time do you need me there? That's what I get.
Man, when you got like a physique like this, we don't pass up free meals.
This guy used to wear the Spartan skirt. Look at him now. Yeah. It's awful. It's terrible. It's terrible. But anyway, well, we want to remind everybody we got some big event coming up as well. You can get tickets for the comedy show. It's coming up. Comedy for a Cause. Myself and Jeff Harami are going to be there. Jeff is at the Borgata Casino. He's on NBC's Celebrity Apprentice. He's on that show. He's out at Las Vegas. He's a great guy. We got him down here, and we're raising money for the Ascension Parish Mutual Aid Fund, and which helps get vehicles and equipment for all the emergency personnel in Ascension Parish. Taking a portion of proceeds there. April 5th and 6th at Brewbacher's Grill. Tickets are only $10. And we're limited on tickets on Friday and Saturday night, 5th and 6th. You can go over to Ralph's place over there at the Riverside Barbershop, or the Chop Shop. Well, I call it the Chop Shop.
Whatever you want to call
it. The Chop Shop. What's the address over there?
918 North Burnside.
918 North Burnside. Go over there. They got tickets over there. James LeBlanc has tickets. You can go to Derek at Tiger Audio. He's got tickets over there. Or you can call right here. Go ahead, do it. You can call. Put it there, right there. 225-313-5350.
Like Vanna White.
This is like Vanna White right here. There you go. Yeah, Todd does that too. He does it so well. You guys learned it. That's an EA thing.
All this for a meal? All this for a meal?
Yeah, all that for a meal.
All that for a meal. That's all you had to do for a meal. Just do that. That's it.
I'm not asking for money, but see, it takes a little talent.
I told him to sit there and do nothing. He does this. It takes talent. We'll talk about that later, talent. But anyway, make sure you call. Tickets are on sale now. Yesterday I had an opportunity to be on NBC, the Lagniappe show, and I got a couple other shows we're going to be doing this week as well too. So make sure you stay tuned. NBC 33, Fox 44, and ETEL Channel 4. Give you all the details and everything that I'm doing. Running around all over the place. Plus KKY 1590 AM. Make sure you stay tuned for Ascension Parish Sports. Softball and baseball on there. And also, make sure you go to InsideLASports.com. You can watch this show, listen to the radio show all over the world, gang. You can watch it anytime that you like. On behalf of myself, Jeff Michaels, this guy over here, Ralph Dillette, my 25th choice to be on the show tonight. Actually, he was my second, but don't tell anybody. And Chase, good to see you, brother.
Appreciate it,
Nice
guys.
to meet you, man. Chase Roper, 300 guy. Gets a ring. We're going to have him back on the show when he gets the ring. It's probably this big hacking diamond thing or whatever it is.
I think when he gets a ring, we need to bowl against him.
We can do it.
You were the big bowler.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
I'll just commentate it.
Yeah.
And we can
okay, here we go. Here we go. You ready? Buck a pin.
Buck a pin.
I'll give you 5 pins.
Well, I'll back you.
Oh,
hey. I haven't done it in a while. Forget it. I ain't that. I got to negotiate with my wife. She's the bank. Bank of Lydia and Trust. That's what I call it. Gang, have yourselves a great weekend. Happy Easter, everybody. We'll see you next week right here on ETEL Channel 4 and Inside Sports.